Good. Hi, welcome to Qigong here at London Buddhist Centre, Thursday, 12 o'clock. That's when we start. So my name's Jnanadaya, and I'm here with Richard, who's doing the tech and the camera and comments and so forth. So do say hello if you can do that. Obviously difficult doing Qigong and saying hello, but there you go. Good. Let's just start with the warm-up. So hopefully you were here on Tuesday. If you weren't, welcome. And just to follow along. Good. So for the warm-up, feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent, and we're just going to swing the arms. So we'll do this 5 to 10 minutes. And the two things to remember mainly are that the hands don't come much above the shoulders, so not to put a strain on the heart, and also that the hands don't touch. So we're keeping the hands separate. I'll come sideways on as usual. And you can, if you want a little bit more kind of vigor, you can raise the toes on the upswing and also extend the fingers a little bit on the upswing as well. Richard's doing it sitting down. Whoops, excuse me. He's doing it sitting down, which you can do actually. I might do some sitting down Qigong. You can do most of the postures sitting down, if you so choose. Or if you need to. That's absolutely fine. So I might just do that on Saturday because I need to get a chair from somewhere. Yeah, so just swinging the arms. So we're just loosening up the shoulders, helping the blood to circulate a bit more freely, helping the chi to circulate a bit more freely. Yeah, so a big hello to Adriana, who's already said hello, and everybody else who's here. I know Goodie was here on Tuesday as well. Hi, Sam. So very nice also to think of people from Dublin and hopefully Brixton and Sheffield and Cambridge. Damien. Good. Yeah, so welcome to everybody, and thank you for the post last week as well. So I was talking about our community cat last week, and Miriam seemed to be taken with the cat. We're not all taken with the cat all the time. Well, I'm not anyway. But a bit of a love-hate thing. And also thanks to Paola for her comment about the flowers, which Richard didn't pass on because he actually did the flowers. So Paola complimented me for doing the flowers. But it was Richard who does the flowers, and he was too modest to have to correct myself. So, although I did have some choice in the choice of the hydrangeas. That was week before. Yep, and they've lasted very well. Good. So we're just loosening up. We'll do this for 5-10 minutes. So we've got plenty of time. 45 minutes is quite a long time for doing Qigong, particularly if you're new to it. So we'll take plenty of time to warm up. It's good to, you can also, about 10-15 minutes before Qigong, have half a glass of warm water, nothing too cold, to stay hydrated, and after Qigong as well, to have some more water. Hi, Paola. Paola from Tottenham.
And Derek from Midlands, Ireland.
So Derek from Midlands, Ireland. So, yeah, very, very warm welcome. Richard's saying that Paola's correcting me, saying that she didn't compliment me actually. She just said the flowers looked good. So yes, I try and take compliments where I can. But, I think they're looking good as well today. These are new flowers, Gladioli. Again, that was Richard.
that the same being that was there yesterday?
I'm not sure. We had a bee in the foyer, so Rich was asking whether it's the same one that we had yesterday, but I don't know. It's very sleepy anyway. Very big. Okay, so we'll just keep going for a few more minutes. And I hope if you're on the summer retreat that you're enjoying it. And still plenty of people turning up soon.
Very busy.
Very busy. Rich is saying very busy. I don't know how many people this morning for meditation.
Close to 400.
Yeah, so almost 400 people again for the meditation. I was here last night, about 220 to 40 people. Just come sideways on again. Richard's going sideways. He doesn't have to go sideways on, but he's going sideways on. Okay, so the theme on Tuesday was relaxing into energy. So I was just saying that this form of Qigong, you can chat or listen to music, even watch television if you weren't on retreat. So you're letting the Qi do the work, trying to keep the mind out of it. So not being too willful. And today is finding connection. So I've been trying to come up with titles every week, and I'm running out a little bit. But in Qigong, we're kind of connecting, trying to connect up our energy. So different elements, different element centers, and also the energy sort of flowing around the body. So trying to get the energy to flow smoothly around the body. Like you find in most children, they've got plenty of energy, plenty of bounce and resilience. As we get older, we tend to block up a bit. So we're just trying or helping the energy to circulate more freely. Okay, let's stop there. Just shake out. And then feet together, hands just by the knees, and rotating the knees. So we'll do it one way and then the next. Again, don't do this if it's going to aggravate an injury. Relax the neck.
You get a lot of crackling going on when you do this.
Rich is asking whether I get a lot of crackling when I do it, but I don't normally. It sounds like he does a bit. Yeah, so you might do, but if it doesn't feel painful or dangerous, just I'm sure it's fine. So the knees get a rotation, the ankles, hips. Very nice little warm up. Okay, and let's go the other way. Okay, good. And then feet hip width apart, still hands on the hips. Let's rotate the hips. Give the hips a bit of a... So quite often we use Qigong as a warm-up for meditation on retreat, which is good. But on its own, it's also just very good practice.
You ever done Qigong in the mirror?
In front of a mirror.
Yeah.
So Rich is asking whether I've ever done Qigong in front of a mirror. Sometimes I've done it like in front of a window so I can see, or reflective pane so I can see what I'm doing. Not often. Sometimes I'll watch this back and, so that's about as close to a mirror as I get, just watching the YouTube video back. I can see that unevenness, say, in some of the things I do, or I don't think it's that important. But it could be useful just to see, whether your postures, the hips are aligned well, for example, or if you're swinging the arms, that they're going quite high, higher than you think.
There's this specific one the other day. I got up and looked in the mirror. I was just curious to see how much my hips were moving or not.
Right, okay. Let's go the other way. So Richard was saying that he watched himself in the mirror doing this one just to see how far his hips were moving. It's good to get, quite a wide circle if you can do, but it doesn't really matter. As far as I know, anyway. Oh yeah, and thanks for Paul was asking about my solitary as well. I saw that in the comments too, which was very nice. That was last time.
Not sure if he's here today.
Huh? Let's do 5 more. Okay, and then check out again. So do stop at any time you're feeling nauseous or unwell or faint, or you can just come to rest. So if you want to rest, you can put the right hand just below the navel, left hand on top, or you can sit down or even lie down. Okay, we'll do one more warm up and then start the Qigong proper. I'll do it sideways on. So just imagine you're holding a ball of energy, looking ahead, and on your in-breath, you kind of raise up the ball, and the out-breath, you trace the inside of a circle. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. And just do this in time with your own breathing. I'm going to sneeze. nice way just to relax if you want to take a few minutes break at any time during the day. Connect with the body, connect with the breath. Get outside. Do 3 more. Okay. And then coming just to the resting position. So right hand below the belly button, left hand on top. And then into Wu Qi. So Wu Qi is also known as cowboy. So the hands are by the sides, fingers sort of naturally spread a little bit. The arms slightly rounded, space beneath the armpits. Come sideways on. And you want your pelvis to be neutral, so not thrust too far forward or the bum sticking out, so somewhere in between. And just looking ahead. And just relaxing. So we're working on all of the elements, all of the organs through Wu Qi. So we're connected with the earth through the feet, sky through the crown of the head, and just relaxing. Breathing into any tension. So we'll do, because we're sort of finding connections today, we'll do all of the elements in sequence, and maybe intersperse them with a little bit of movement. But so we'll go through metal, fire, wood, water, and we'll include earth in that sequence. And see where that takes us. That probably will take us through to 1:45. But we're just starting with Wu Qi, so starting with Wu Qi, working on all of the elements.
Is there an order you should go through the elements, or can you do what you have?
Yeah, Richard's asking, is there an order to go through them? There's there probably is. I tend to just do what I like, but in the book, I think the book A Way of Energy by Master Lam Kam Chun, and he does do it in a particular sequence. I think metal, fire, water, wood. Is that how you remember as well? Yeah. Yeah, and then Wu Qi at the beginning and the end. But we'll put earth in there as well. Yeah, so if it feels a bit much, you can either sort of test the edge of it, or just take a little break. As I say, normally 5-10 minutes qigong a day is good to start with, and we're doing quite a lot longer. And you might be able to feel a little bit of energy, you might feel some tension or just some tingling. So that's the manifestation of the internal movement. You might not. You may just relax a little bit more around the knees or the hips. Okay, and let's come into metal from Wu Chi. So metal is as if you're holding a large beach ball. Again, the fingers are slightly spread, relaxed, arms rounded, come sideways on. Hands sort of pointing towards the lung, so it's a lung position. Enough space between the hands for another hand to pass between. Knees bent, looking ahead, and the pelvis in that neutral position. I think we'll do some movement as well as we go through the positions, just because it's, like I said, there's lots of people who are new to Qigong. It's quite hard just to hold the position. So metal's good for this time of COVID. Strengthens the lungs. And just breathing into any tension. So I can feel some tension around the neck and the shoulders, just trying to soften. So we'll just hold it for another minute and then introduce a bit of movement.
Is there a world record for holding these positions?
Richard's rather flippantly asking if there's a world record for holding each of the positions. There's nothing that I've seen in the Guinness Book of Records. So. No, I don't think so.
I was thinking in China, don't they train really hard monks? They do that sort of up all night.
Probably, like Richard's mentioning China, monks training very hard. Again, like something like this, you might just be doing this position for a long, long time, just building it up and so holding it for ages. Okay, let's not do that. So let's introduce a bit of movement. So on the in breath, sort of coming out, and on the out breath, bringing the hands together. So breathing in and out. So again, in time with your own breathing. Again, very good for the lungs. Do 3 more. And then just shake out. That's good. Okay, and then we'll just loosen the shoulders up a bit. So thumbs up, just swing the hands from side to side. Releasing the shoulders. Richard's pretty good at this one. Oh yeah, I am. Richard's saying I'm a golfer. Sort of am was. Oh yeah. Richard's saying that there's I think it's the US Open that starts today. Okay. All right, and then, so we've done metal. Let's do fire. It's a bit hot to do fire, but we'll do fire even briefly. So fire is hands sort of cheek height, palms facing outwards, just relaxing the neck and shoulders. Not many order members who play golf, I don't think. No, Macho Bandu, who's one of the leaders of Summer Retreat, who ordained me, is horrified. He would rather that I was doing something much more degenerate than that. But anyway, he ordained me nonetheless. Okay, so you've got knees bent. You can sort of sink down a bit more if you'd like to. Just make sure the knees don't extend over the toes. And if you're finding it, this is probably the most difficult element. So if you start to find it very difficult, do stop, or you start to feel faint. I've seen people faint doing fire or get very, very flushed. So don't do that. Just hold it for a few moments, really. So fire is associated with the heart. So it's the heart element.
What about the brain? Is there a position that addresses the brain?
The brain, which is asking, is there a position that addresses the brain? I don't know of one that addresses the brain, but you think that they're all helping kind of chi, blood circulation, so that's got to be good for the brain. So I think all of them must be good for the mind. Like the more freely energy flows, whether it's blood or chi, the more the brain is being nourished. When we do the kind of warming the hands at the end, generating some chi at the end, then massaging the neck, that really does help the connection between head and body. Just hold it for a little bit longer if you can. There is a kind of movement that goes with fire, but I'm not very confident about it, so I won't try and introduce it. It's pretty subtle. Okay, just give it a few more seconds. Okay, let's stop. Shake out again. And then just rest a bit. So right hand just below the belly button, left hand on top. Just relaxing. So this is nice to do. Sometimes I'll do this lying down in bed or on the floor, just gathering energy. Okay, and from here coming into water. So water is hands to the side, palms facing down, again knees bent, feet hip width apart. I'll come sideways on. And looking ahead again. So just relaxing. So I like to imagine myself standing in a stream, my feet on the bed of the stream, water gently flowing by me, my hands holding two balls in place on the top of the stream. You can use water as the basis for an energy circle, which is nice to do. That definitely is a way of finding connection. So you would just, you don't do this, but you would turn up your left hand and then be next to somebody with their right hand hovering above your left hand, your right hand above the left hand of the person next to you, just forming a circle of energy, which is sort of tangible. If you've done it, you'll have probably felt the energy passing. But we won't be doing that.
Maybe we could try it on Saturday. You did it once, didn't you?
I did try it, yeah. I did try it once online. I don't know how that, it felt a bit strange doing it. We could try it. We could try it. So maybe imaginatively, so just turning the left hand up, keeping the right hand down, and just imagining the connection of everybody, doing a sort of virtual energy circle, so to speak. And even imagining the energy within the circle, so all of us doing this, and then energy also gathering between us. And again, you can sink down a little bit further if you can. Okay, we'll introduce a bit of movement. So just rotate the left hand facing down again. And then on the in-breath, gathering up the energy, slight pause, and then on the out-breath, moving out. So breathing in to about the heart area, turning and out. And doing this in time with your own breathing in and out. And just say this is the element water, so associated with bladder, kidneys. Let's do 3 more. Okay, and then shaking out again. Yeah, so I don't think we won't have time to do earth, but we'll do wood and then warm down. So yeah, maybe just coming to rest just for a few moments. And then into wood. So wood is as if you're holding this beach ball, this figurative beach ball, towards the bottom. So the bottom half of the body remains the same, but you're holding this beach ball. So the arms slightly rounded. Relax the shoulders. Hands sort of aiming towards the liver. So it's the liver position. So this you can do just sitting down. It's fairly easy to do. You can even rest the hands on the thighs. Yeah, so Richard's, you can't see him. He's modelling that now. He's sitting down. It's quite cheeky. Yeah. So you can do metal. You can do all of them sitting down, but wood's particularly easy because you can just sometimes on a train I'll do it, or at my desk, listening to something. It has a surprisingly kind of restorative effect. Just doing wood. And let's just introduce a little bit of movement with wood as well. So just on the in-breath coming up, the out-breath just coming down. Again, in time with your own breathing. Little pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. Do 2 more. And then into Wu Qi. So that's the energy circle. So we've gone from metal to fire. Well, actually, Wu Qi to metal to fire to water to wood and back to Wu Qi. And then let's just gather up the energy. So on the in-breath, gathering up the energy, left hand on top of the right, coming back over the chest to the belly, to the lower dantian, gathering up to the left. And to the right. And then swimming the hands to the kidneys and giving them a good little rub. And also, you can bounce a bit. Okay. So hi, Paul. Paul's just saying, Paul normally turns up for these classes. He's at work today. It's a shame. Okay, and then it's rubbing the hands together, generating some heat. And then massaging the neck. This is where you get the good connection between the brain and the body. So I've probably made a bit of noise against the mic. I apologise for that. And then just the arms. Great. So that's today's Qigong. Hopefully see you on Saturday for the final Qigong of an extra Qigong for the summer retreat. And have a very good day and see you Saturday, hopefully.